Look what we have here, a brand new tank. Let's open this baby up, see what it is. This is too hard to open. Okay, ooh. There we go. Gonna be setting up a new tank here, guys. 14-gallon Peninsula from Innovative Marine. Seems like they're kind of slowing down making these right now. At least the stands and stuff are going on clearance. I got a stand for $40. One of their aluminum frame stands. So just got that set up, ready to set this baby on top of it. Got some of the styrofoam cleared away. Ready to open this baby up. Okay, 2 boxes, 30 pieces of styrofoam later. I've got the tank out of the box. I'm probably going to leave it in this plastic until I put water in it, just to, you know, make sure it doesn't get any random scratches or anything while I'm moving it around. Here the tank is in place. Probably wondering why I'm setting it up right next to my 40 breeder Peninsula, and that is because I will be removing that tank. My plan tentatively is to actually just move this island, this frog spawn and green star polyp island, move this into this tank and have that be the whole tank. So we'll see how that plan comes to fruition.
One of the reasons I chose this tank is because of its size. It's just small enough to where I can move it easily. I think if I drain it down to about a gallon or 2 of water inside, just enough for some stuff to stay in there, it will be very movable. This is not necessarily going to be a long-term tank here, as I'm planning on moving in about 3 months.
I tried to take a quick video recording all of the different equipment in the tank, but unfortunately it did not make its way over to my computer and I don't have it anymore. It looks like it was a corrupt file, so I will explain the equipment a little bit more in a future video. As for now, this is me mixing up the sand with some fresh RO water. I found that actually just rinsing all of the silt and fines out of the sand initially really makes the tank clear up quickly. You'll see the tank clears up in about 24 hours after I add water to it. I'm really happy with how this works. I decided to take the light off while filling the tank just so less stuff splashes on it. I don't have to worry about cleaning it later. It seems like it might be a little bit difficult to clean long term. There's some parts of it that might need a Q-tip to get the salt creep out of. I used about 20 pounds of Caribsea Fiji pink here. A little bit less than 20 pounds. It filled the tank out nicely, and I'd like to have a moderate sand bed for this aquarium. The tank stability is questionable, especially on carpet. I think it will be more stable on a harder floored surface, which should not be a problem in the future. Filled with water, it does still move around a good bit, which you'll see in a future clip. I just plugged in the return pump, which moves water from the back area into the main part of the tank, and as that emptied, it went dry, so I had to add a little bit more water in there. It is now up to the right level, and I'm going to add a filter sock in and let this baby clear up. Here is an example of the Custom Caddy that Innovative Marine makes. This is the desktop version, and it's got 3 different areas to hold filter media. The top is for mechanical filtration, and the bottom 2 are designed for chemical filtration, like GFO and carbon, which it actually came with. Now, my 40 breeder was having some algae issues, to put it lightly, so I decided to take the rock out of this 3-gallon Pico tank. It has been doing really well and there's 0 algae on it, so I'm much more comfortable using this rock instead. And I'm just going to take this tank down now. It'll just take about 5 minutes to take it down. Now, I've spent a lot of time thinking about how I want this tank to look, so I knew that this rock would be a good fit for it. I think it's important to not rush the setup process of a tank and know what you want going into it. You might be thinking I left this tank a little bit light on rock and I didn't really follow the rule of thirds, but I plan on filling in the tank with a lot of coral. I plan on adding a large colony that faces out the end here. So I wanted to let the coral fill in the spaces on this tank, not really the rock. Here you can see me kind of fudging around with the balance of the tank, having to dance with it, just seeing if I can get the water to be level. And now that the rock is in, I am comfortable adding the light. Instead of the rock sitting on top of the sand, I wanted it to feel like it was really coming out. I feel like when rocks are pushed in, it leaves a feeling of not knowing how much there is underneath. There could be a bunch more or something, kind of like an iceberg peeking out of the top of the water. You'll notice how little dust there is as I move this sand around, and I attribute that to the 6 rinsings that I did earlier. As I was about to add in this Biospira, reading the directions, I decided not to add it. There's not really going to be any biological weight on this tank per se, so I don't think it will be necessary, at least initially. For now, I'm just going to add some blue filter pad in that Custom Caddy. In the future, I will probably also add some carbon and purigen in there. I plan to change out that filter pad every few days to start, but in the future it could go up to a week or 2. Thank you for sticking around and watching this video. I'm super excited about setting up this tank and future videos in the series. If you'd like to see future videos, please hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the future. See you guys.